Me and being brutally honest. And we're on the night that we hear the sentencing of Amber Guyger. It received a mixed reaction on social media. Uh, some people, some people okay with it. Some people, a little satisfied with it. Some people are just, let's face it, they're angry and they're raging about it. Because let's face it, Amber Geiger getting 10 years for murdering someone, that's a pretty light, tame sentence. And if we want to go ahead and take all the emotion out of it, is just plain. It really isn't fair. Let's put it like that. It's like how is it that someone can literally walk into your apartment, gun you down, and get that light of sentence? Now, as far as it not being fair, life isn't really fair. But for a lot of us, this was more than we expected to happen. Um, mm, and you know what? At least we got a murder charge, and at least she got some time in prison. I'll put it to you this way. But I just want to show y'all something real quick. Hopefully the audio works this time on this. I want to show you the first video I did on this whole situation. Um, yeah, this video actually aired on September the 7th. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Ask you to bear with me. Hopefully everything's working this time because this, I tried to do this a few minutes ago and, this connection was just terrible. So I do apologize for those who might have been viewing that particular broadcast. Things just weren't together. But let's see if I can find this video real quick. And by the way, how's everybody out there doing? Down south, it's still like the summer. I don't get it, and I don't want to get it. I want some fall weather. I want it to be 70 degrees tomorrow, so I can wear a hoodie or something. It's like Jesus, sweltering out here. It's like people are losing weight, but you know what? In all seriousness, everyone acts like they don't believe in climate change. It's just craziness. Climate change does exist, but climate change isn't the subject right here. So let me go ahead and hit that screen share real quick. Let's see. Hopefully you can hear the video this time. I played this video in its entirety, like in the failed broadcast, and yeah, nobody could hear anything. So hopefully y'all can hear it this time. Yeah. Let's see. There it is. There it is right there. The pointer. This particular video was done over a year ago. Like I said, it was on September the 7th, 2018. All right, this video is 13 minutes, so uh, sit back and watch my first reaction. Let me,
Good afternoon. This is Kev. Although it's not a good afternoon for the family of Botham Shem Jane. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. If I did not, do apologize. But my condolences to the family of the victim, definitely. And he's a victim of a police shooting. Last night, Dallas female police officer walked into the apartment of this young man. And let me pull up a picture. And while I'm doing that, I would just like to remind everyone, if you like what you're hearing, or you want to come to us to get the latest, then go below the screen and please hit the subscribe button. Um, hit the like button, but you don't have to like this video because I don't like the situation. Um, it's really sad. So go ahead, show you a picture of this young man. This is him. This is him. This is Botham Shim John or Gene. Um, yeah, he died last night from a gunshot wound from a Dallas police officer who mistakenly walked into his apartment thinking that it was her own, which raises so many questions. Um, I don't see how you could even tell anybody that. It's like, was the furniture the same? Were there the same pictures on the wall? Um, it was a long. It was a after she was in uniform and it was after a 12-hour shift. But still, what were you thinking? This is him again. Yes, this guy doesn't have a suspect look at all. He's not a quote unquote thug. He's not a vagrant of any kind. He looks like a young man with a future. That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like, and it's sad that it seemingly like we lost one of the good ones. There is again. With my in hand, in his hand is like my favorite thing to have with a good steak. Great steaks, I don't need it, but for all those other steaks, yeah, me and him have that in common. But it's really sad that this whole situation sucks. It does. It does. So let me see. Right now, I'm going to show you a video of the statement released by Sergeant Warren Miller when it first happened. I want y'all to listen for a second. Well, that's fine. Yeah. I'm Sergeant Warren Mitchell. Last name is Mitchell, Sergeant with the Dallas Police Department. Are you ready? Okay, last night, just before 10 p.m., Dallas officer called police dispatch saying that she had just been involved in a shooting at these apartment complexes in the Redmond block of South Mall. Now, preliminary information suggests that the officer, full uniform, just finished working a full shift, and then she reported to responding officers that when she came home, she entered into the victim's apartment, believing it was her own. And at some point, she pulled a weapon and shot the victim. Responding officers administered aid to the 6-year-old male victim until the paramedics arrived, at which time he was transported to the area hospital where he was pronounced deceased. And this remains a joint investigation with the Dallas Police Department and District Attorney's District Attorney. Yeah, I'm stopping my own video. Notice he said the responding officers administered CPR. Now, notice that a fact that came out in the actual case is that, she did not administer CPR herself, when she shot Botham Shim Judd. Basically, after she shot him, she ran out of the apartment. She called the officer. She called the officer that eventually it would have been discovered that she was sexting with.
as she was distracted as she entered the wrong apartment. So yeah, so this is, as you hear this, and as you begin to realize all the facts in the trial, things are coming together. So let me continue this.
many times. So, as information becomes available, we will be sure to update you accordingly. That is correct. That's what preliminary information is suggesting at this time.
Really?
Well, I won't go into that information right now. I mean, we have not reviewed her. This is just, like I said, this is just
Why not?
preliminary statement. We still have a lot of
Why not?
information. So, there's a lot of information. I understand you guys want. This is all we can give you at this time. Okay?
Was there anyone else in this meeting?
We have not spoken to anyone else at this time. So, this is all I have. I'm standing information.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. First of all, you've had time to make it a joint investigation, but she's not down there. You haven't picked her up. She has not been arrested. And I understand there's a due process, but why isn't she in that building right now being bombarded with questions? And that was Sergeant Warren Mitchell of the Dallas Police Department. This is a neighbor reacting to the shooting. This video right here, and this is Fox News. The first video is courtesy of the Chrome. This might show an ad first. I don't know, but this lady, and let's just listen to what she has to say. Wow. She said everywhere in Texas is the same. Yeah, let me bring him back up. Let me bring up Mr. Both of them back up. And all of these pictures are sad to look at. Because, this is a senseless loss of a young life. Now, as far as the police officer, I did ask the question is why is she not in custody right now? But there is a due process, whatever. All we know about the police officer is that police officer's female. Her name and her race has not been released at this point. So I don't know, and I would suggest that no one makes any assumptions till more facts come out. So I don't know if she's white, which is probably at the top of everyone's list, Hispanic, Asian, or the one that I'm hoping that it is a black female police officer. And honestly, and let's be brutally honest with ourselves. That's going to be key to the narrative that is used in the media and especially in social media. Because you about know with each one of these what direction it's going to go in. If she's white, Hispanic, Asian, or black. But I'm not going to go. The black one would probably be the most surprising one. And to me, maybe due to my own bias, this is the one I think that is least likely. So we'll just wait and see, and I'll do a follow-up for when the identity and the circumstances, like what did she What did she couldn't lock the she noticed her key wasn't working. Questions. Did she notice her key wasn't working? Did she bust down the door? Did he leave the front door open? Was he that kind of guy that felt like he'd stayed in a nice enough place not to? Because look at this man. He's dapper. He's well dressed. He's a professional. God, what the hell was she thinking? This is a joint investigation with the Texas Rangers. Yes, the Texas Rangers are involved. There's an independent investigation going on by them. Yes, and you heard what Sergeant Warren said. Yeah, but the important thing is that a young man is dead. He's gone, never coming back, all because of the foolish, stupid mistake of yet another police officer. Yeah. This man will never, ever, ever get a chance to live out his dreams based on a so-called mistake. And yes, this is police involved. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a shit about all this apologist bullshit that's about to come out about this. How did you make this mistake? It was your neighbor. You were in the same apartment. You had to have seen him before. Not saying whether it's premeditated or not. I don't know. Like I said, all the facts have not come out. But rest in peace to this young man. Botham Shim John or Gene. I'm really sorry that he's no longer with us. This really pisses me off, actually. And my condolences to the family of Botham Sean Gene, and I hope that he gets justice. Because as of right now, a warrant is expected to be issued to the police officer for manslaughter. But let's just say what it is. It's murder. It's murder. Well, this is all I'm gonna say about this right now. And this is a really sad thing. And is I will come back to it, and a way that you can know that I've done a follow when the follow up is uploaded immediately is that you can hit the subscribe button and you can hit the notification bell, because like I said, whoever this lady is going to be very important to the narrative, and I would love myself for myself. That I would love to know and love to be able to, get all the information that I can about this. This is sad. All right, rest in peace, Botham Sean Shim Gene. Sorry. Okay, guys, this is it. Y'all have a nice day, and this is Kev, and this is BMBBH. Okay, y'all have a good weekend and be safe out
there. Oh yeah, that was me a year ago. And also, this was also me a year ago. At the time I made this video, let me hold on a second. At the time I made this other video right here, it was not known yet whether it was Amber Guyger or not. Basically, I got this information off looking at Facebook. After I looked at Facebook, I noticed that they started an Instagram account of the resident of the Southside Flats. But I would let the video explain it. Like I said, this one aired September the 8th, 2018. The video is entitled
this is
Social Media.
Honest with everyone, and
social media identifies Dallas female cop that shot Botham Shim John. So, all right. Let's the video play.
Made by the residents of the apartment complex that Mr. Jean was killed at, the Southside Flats. Now, as I'm about to show you, I'm going to show you some images here. And they themselves, though unconfirmed, have identified the police officer as Amy Guyger. I've also seen it in other places where she's Amber Guyger. Well, anyway, this is some very interesting stuff. Now, this is, once again, this is Botham Jean, who was shot in his apartment by the Dallas police officer, the Southside Flats. Now, with the Instagram posted, the Instagram page of this dedicated to identifying Miss Amber Guyger as the officer. The colors do seem coordinated with what you see here, and this is Botham Jean pictured here. Rest in peace, young man. Yes, this is a picture that is floating around social media right now. They say that this right here is Miss Guyger. I don't know if that's true or not. For all we know, it might have been an apartment complex mixer. Some people say that they're dating. That is very unconfirmed. All we know, he is pictured with 3 young ladies, and why would that be important anyway? But it would be important if this is her right here, if that's true. It says she changed her hair color from what's in the Instagram, or it might just not be her.
Yes, that's not her. But as of that point, I didn't know. So continue.
But who knows? Last time I bought you a video by this guy. He's Sergeant Warren Mitchell of the Dallas Police Department. He said just about as much as this woman said. This is Police Chief U. Renee Hall. What she said different was that they did treat it at first as a matter for the Dallas Police Department, but when they found out it was of another nature, which I'm assuming that their neighbors at the apartment complex, that it was really, like in so many words, no longer their concern, but they are seeking a manslaughter charge. Basically, they are refusing to arrest her. I think she probably out at some bar drinking a beer or something, personally. But the point is, she's not in custody. And that's very wrong. And for us black folks, notice how they put 2 black faces in front of you immediately. 2 credible black faces, 2 high-ranking black faces. Wow. I guess that's just to get us to calm down. And one more little tidbit about Amber Guyger. She was involved in another police shooting on the 12th of May, 2017, in the morning. Said that Dallas officers from a crime response unit responded to a 300 block of Reba Street after receiving information from undercover officers that a wanted female was at the location. When the uniformed officers arrived, they observed a female they believed to be wanted sitting in the front passenger seat of a vehicle, with a male sitting in the front driver's seat and another male sitting in the back seat. While officers were attempting to identify the female passenger, the male passenger sitting in the rear seat exited the vehicle after being told repeatedly by officers to remain seated. The male suspect, blow it up a little bit, I'm right here. The male suspect then engaged in a physical confrontation with the officers. The suspect was able to gain control of the officer's taser, causing an officer to draw their firearm and shoot the suspect. The suspect was transported to an area hospital where he is listed in stable condition. There were no officers injured. The incident will be documented and blah blah. Okay. Um, yeah. So she's been involved in a shooting before, but this is always the story. What are they doing? Like what are they doing? Thug training. You know, street thug training. Do they tell them, "Hey, dog, you always got to reach for the weapon"? Like, where's this? This is as reported. You know, anything could have happened based on this incident that is the subject matter. So what I'm about to show you is the Instagram. It's going to have a couple pictures of her, and it's going to show a couple videos. So, and it's very like, remember, okay, let's go back to this picture right here. No, not this picture. This picture. Remember the color coordination now of the South Side Flats. Gray with maroon kind of scheme. So this is the Instagram. This is supposedly Officer Amber Renee Guyger, the Dallas police officer who murdered an innocent black man. She tried to break into his apartment. Yeah, just get a good look at that face. This could be her. This could be her, according to witnesses. Here she is again. Take a good look at this face. You might be seeing it again. As of right now, no arrests have been made, but I wonder why they haven't arrested anyone yet. A young man is dead. Is a black life not worth that? It is making an arrest. Now let's flip the other way around. If Mr. Jean had made the mistake of banging on someone's door trying to get into an apartment, and Miss Geiger was sitting right there, and he shot her, this man would be in shackles right now. Probably got some bruises and bumps and a couple of broken ribs. But no, not her. But anyway, let me show you these two videos. I won't take up too much of your time today. I hope I played a video. It doesn't matter though. He's dead, and I'm so sorry for the family. But let's watch the pose. Okay, just watch this first video. Come on, let's go. This is supposedly them carrying him out. Yeah, like I said, notice the color scheme. All right, now let me. All right, let's get the other video. I do apologize. I'm doing the best that I can with this. But this is supposedly Miss Geiger. Just kind of listed in the background. That's supposedly her right there saying, "I need to call my partner." Now, let's go back to Mrs. Geiger. Yes. Why is it that? Why isn't that no arrest been made? Young man's life is gone. Like I said, is that good enough? Is a black man's life good enough for you to act? And y'all know what I'm trying to say out here. This is truly sad, and I wish nothing but justice for this young man right here. Um, all right, guys. I will bring you more information as it comes, and I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Some of you are college football fans, so enjoy your game today. But just remember, you got the chance to do that. He doesn't, and I hope they find justice in all of this. All right, if you just make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell because I will be coming back. will be coming back to follow this as much as I can. Okay, guys, this is Kev, and I hope to be able to bring you some information soon. All right, rest in peace, Botham Gene. My condolences to his family.
Yep, that's when Hangouts was still alive. Yes, and all of these the two videos plus all of the videos that I went into with this case right here, I will be providing the links below, including this video right here, update Amber Guyger arrested. This video right here, Botham Shimjan's funeral and latest development. That video right here, Amber Guyger's been fired. This video right here, Dallas police officer Amber Guyger's pen entry is very damning. I think of the one subject matter that I did on this entire channel, I think this is the one that I covered the most. And it's like, a lot of people can argue that, about the other, the dubious circumstances that the other police shootings have happened in. I mean, the name like Michael Brelo, a police chase and ended in him jumping on top of the car and emptying 5 clips in the windshield. This black couple they had to chase down. Um, or the cops that killed Freddie Gray. They recently those cops received commendation, I guess, for being such great cops. Yeah, like this video right here, Amber Guyger update. Amber Guyger charged with murder. That was 10 months ago. Yeah, say like I said, the most covered videos, and I have a few more. And like I said, I will provide all the links below. But anyway, let me just go over a few things real quick. We'll just go over a few things real quick about this young man right here, Botham John. Botham John, at the time of his death, he was a student leader. Well, no, that's not at the time of his death because he graduated. He worked at an accounting firm, which was one of the top 4 accounting firms in the country. Yeah, he was a devout church member. He was originally from St. Lucia, so he came to the States to live with his family that was over here. Yes, he also had a girlfriend. Now, what some of what I've been seeing on social media is the fact that there's a lot of people, some of which are women in particular, that want to say that he was sleeping with Amber Guyger, which was totally untrue. He was sleeping with white girls, which is also totally untrue. I mean, who knows? Who knows who he was boning? But there is a confirmed girlfriend. This is Cynthia Johnson. Cynthia Johnson pictured at Botham's funeral. On the day of Botham John's funeral, police obtained several warrants, meaning more than one, from the courthouse to go search his apartment. Nothing was ever said about searching Amber Guyger's apartment, but they searched his apartment. They did this news report, and they found quite a few interesting things, including some weed and a grinder, which is, to me, is probably the least important factor in this case, at the very least. And yes, the defense did try to use this as, just using the reefer madness clause, basically trying to establish marijuana as a dangerous psychoactive drug. It could have impacted his psyche at the time he saw Ms. Guyger. No, why am I calling him Miss for bitch? But it could have impacted his psyche and caused Ms. Amber Guyger to become alarmed and shoot him. Personally, my theory is that I don't think that Botham John. He probably had a couple seconds longer than Tamir Rice. That was indeed a sad case right there. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. It's still a lot of questions. I mean, but y'all, everybody had probably about as many questions as I did. How in the hell did she get the wrong apartment? How did she not notice that walking in? How did she not notice that red mat that they showed, that big old red mat that was in front of John's apartment? Yeah. So, a verdict of last night, after less than 2 weeks of deliberation, they have come to a verdict of guilty. Yes. That many people were elated to hear that, but still there was caution. There was caution, but at least some peace of mind for the family. Some peace of mind, at least. Yeah. Well, when we heard the guilty verdict, this particular Facebook group right here exploded in membership. That 6.7K member number that you see right there means absolutely number. That means absolutely nothing. I think that group is over 30,000 members right now. 30K members. Yeah, and it's full of a lot of things. Like it's like one thing that we have to learn how to do as a people is not to jump the gun and celebrate early. Because every time people do that, they celebrate early, and we get made into fools. And really, honestly, that's for the people that wanted her to get 25 to life, which would have been a very fitting sentence for her. I think I would have been more satisfied with hearing 25 than what I heard today. But it is what it is. Yeah. So while we had fun, as a community, tearing that group up, tearing that group up. Yeah, I did a video last night, just a little small recorded video saying, just basically saying that Amber Guyger was found guilty of first degree murder. But I really didn't want to go in until I heard the verdict. And I tried to, well, you know what, Kev, as long as you hear, as long as you, not the verdict, I'm sorry, the sentencing, not the verdict, the sentencing. Yes, I promised myself, well, you know what? Everybody's gonna call her what I've been calling her for the past year, a murderer. At least that. But she didn't get 25 to life. She got 10, and I think that 10 is with the possibility of parole in 5. So how bad could it have been anyway? A lot of us thought that she was gonna walk. You know, the and it was just a lot of people thought that she was gonna walk because we are just used to hearing such bad news all the time. The cops that the cop that killed Freddie Gray, they got off. Cop that killed Eric Garner, he got off. George Zimmerman, aka Fat wannabe Batman piece of shit, suck at visual. I mean, it's no use in getting too emotional uh, about this. Darren Wilson, of course, he got away with killing Mike Brown. And I say get away because that's exactly what they're doing. They're getting away with it. They're getting away with it. Uh, Even in all of that, to me, there were some surprising moves made. Like Judge Tammy Kemp, she was kind of a weird one for me. Let's see if I can. Judge Tammy Kemp. you know, it's 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 the job of law enforcement to follow the law to the letter, and I understand that. But I don't know if I was the judge, maybe I wouldn't have tried. Maybe I wouldn't have said anything about castle doctrine. Maybe she did. She did feel afraid. And if she thought it was her home, it was not her home. That's why they came back with a guilt. That's why they came back with a verdict of guilty of murder. It's like, why help her? Why help her? But I gotta admit, we had some fun with this. Yeah, I had all kinds of fun. I was posting that meme all over that little group. Yeah, like I said, it was a happy time. It was like, yo, we was pointing at, oh, now what? Now what? We was pointing at them. We was pointing at the racist. Yeah, because I mean, this group right here, this Facebook group right here was created by a racist, and and they got all kinds of Facebook groups that's like that. White nationalism, sort of, yeah, racist. There's no such thing as sort of racist. Racist is racist. I mean, these apologist movements. The only thing probably about worse than this is the GoFundMe that was started for Dylan Roof after he went into church and gunned down nine folks. Not nine of our people. Yeah, but I mean, then speaking of Dylan Roof, I mean, they might as well have had a bag of Burger King waiting on Amber Guyger because how everyone treated Amber Guyger once the sentencing happened. Um, that left something to be desired. So let me see if I can find one of these images. All right. This is after the sentence was given. This is Botham Jean's brother. Yes, you heard it correctly. This is Botham Jean's brother giving Amber Guyger a hug. Honestly, it's like, for me, that's one of those cold day in hell scenarios. I'm hell no. I'm not. No, I mean, like, you wanna be, you say my condolences. I've said time and time again, my condolences to the family, my condolences to the family. And but dog, for real, man, what kind of person are you? I mean, sometimes, and I have to say this, sometimes you don't have to forgive someone. I mean, let's just throw all that little BS, like moving on, everything. Of course, yes, his family's gonna have to move on, but no, it's not like, no, no, no. Amber Guyger will not remember the last thing from the family of the guy she murdered, a damn hug, talking about, I forgive you. Wow, I mean, it's like, damn, it's just like from the whole, and the whole thing with the bailiff or the police officer, security, court security guard or whatever, stroking Amber Geiger's hair as she heard the verdict. Like, I tried to give that lady a benefit of the doubt. I really did. But see, I didn't hear anyone come forward with any kind of statement saying that, no, that's just a frisk technique. That's just a frisk procedure because, she could be hiding weapons in her hair. And it's like, but see, that was like not accurate. Um don't really care. it's it's like, why, it's like, I've never, like, you've never seen that. I've never seen that in any court case. I didn't know if it was something new that he did. Maybe they felt like and I was like sitting up there like crazy. How in the hell is she gonna walk in the courtroom with a weapon in her hair? Like, yeah, that lady was consoling Amber Geiger. Like, did the tears that this girl shed move people like that? I'm sorry. Then stating like, I'm sorry. Um, that I wish that the gun he had the gun and he would have killed me. Whatever. And I mean, like that's not an amusement chuckle. That's just like a like what the fuck for real. Me personally about the whole forgiveness narratives. Um, I'm not gonna. No, I can't. I'm tired of seeing it. A lot of people are tired of seeing this whole "I forgive you" mentality. I'm not like no. It's like okay, do what you want to do, but miss me with that forgiveness shit for real. They've been killing us for decades, centuries, and we're going to them like slaves whipped into going to church every Sunday. Uh, in fact, a side note that actually happened. They made you party on Saturday. They whipped you on Sunday. Well, they didn't whip you on Sunday. Wait a minute. They were demented Christians back then, but that's a whole nother thing. Uh, but do I blame Botham John's brother for hugging the killer of his brother? I can't say I don't blame him, and he did something that I wouldn't do in a million years if I was in that situation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your brother dying, man, but I'm not with you on this. Just like them, that's like that, and that was the same thing that happened when Dylan Roof gunned down those 9 church members. This man went inside a church and gunned down 9 people, and a few of the family members came forward and said that they forgave him. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. I don't think that forgiving someone who changes your life for the worse is gonna get you into heaven. Now. Despite whatever you believe, it's whatever you believe. It's just that I don't know. When you know that something came from somewhere, and you practiced it somewhere that was very harmful and very destructive to the black race, and you continue to participate in it, you're lost. This is why I don't attend church anymore, because I have way too many questions. It's like this whole forgiveness game. Does everybody know something I don't? But when it all boils down to it, it was his choice to do that in front of the world, and he's gonna have to live with that. Or this could be some giant ass conspiracy to make everybody do everything. But hey, you know what? Let's see. This was the one right here. This was the one right here. It wasn't Judge Tammy Kemp's brother. It wasn't Judge Tammy Kemp's brother. But how many judges you know would actually walk up to a defendant that they had just declared guilty of? Well, the jury decided. The judge didn't decide it. The judge is there to deliberate. The jury decided a verdict of guilty. But if the judge or the jury did it, why would you walk up to a person guilty of murder, found guilty of murder in a court of law, and give him a hug? I mean, you know what? She's a judge. She's done successful things in her life. She's black. We should support our sister. You would think, but come on, like come on. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This kind of thing is making a fool out of us. No. How in the world? How in the world? How in the world? Seriously, a judge. Now, let me say something I said earlier. And let me say something I said in one of those videos I showed you. What if it was Botham Jim John that shot Amber Guyger and killed her? He mistakenly walked into her apartment, didn't look around, just decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go in here blindly, like I don't know where the fuck I am. See a white girl sitting there eating ice cream, like oh shit, and then put two in her chest. And I'm not talking about testicles either, because I got really and I don't know. I know that's a little crack, but I really got sick of everybody trying to dismiss this thing as like he actually dated Amber Guyger. That was stupid. But if it had been Botham Jim John that had killed Amber Guyger, the very last thing he would have got from Judge Tammy Kemp was a hug. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Now, I know that these two men have to be, they have to be, they have to be, exceptionally professional. But I'm gonna say it for everybody. Yeah, yeah, this is exactly how people look when that verdict came. Like I said, the punishment does not fit the crime at all. Punishment does not fit the crime. Period. It doesn't. If you think, let me just put it like this: you will never, you will never ever hear a murderer getting 10 with the possibility of parole in 5. It's kind of enraging because there are some weed dealers. No, no, not even so much weed dealers. People who smoke weed that have served longer prison sentences than Amber Guyger probably is going to serve. Like I do believe, like because she was because it's like it just seems like to me externally that just about everyone in law enforcement was trying to help her. I'm talking about the former DA, Faith Johnson, Chief Renee Hall, Judge Tammy Kemp. Oh yeah, Judge Tammy Kemp and Police Chief Renee Hall are in the same sorority. I think they're both Deltas. I think they are. I don't know. They may be AKA. I don't know. They just. But no offense to either one of those fraternities. Um, the Texas Ranger. His name escapes me. I said it last. I said it on the broadcast yesterday morning. He was trying to help her. I do not believe that she committed a crime. I really think that it was an honest mistake. I was like, that made me sick to my stomach watching that dude do that. But you know one thing I'm not gonna say? Oh man, they make black men look bad. Black men looking bad right now, man. That dude look bad. Any of y'all that say that, shut up. I don't say nothing like that. Somebody make black men look bad. Y'all need to boil it down to individuals sometime. Hmm. But yeah. Now if say if Amber Guyger killed Botham John and none of those other police brutality killings happened, I think the reaction from black people as a whole would have probably been a lot worse. And when I say police brutality killings, let's just say Trayvon Martin wasn't killed by a cop. He was killed by a vigilante who signs Skittles at racist rallies. Yeah, there's pictures all over the internet. Let's just say from Mike Brown on up. What if those killings never happened? What if Freddie Gray was still alive? What if Terrence Crutcher was still alive? The Terrence Crutcher story was ridiculous. All these stories are ridiculous, but Terrence Crutcher was pretty ridiculous. But what if those guys are still alive? And Amber Guyger was found guilty of murder, and she received 10 with a possibility of parole in 5. What do y'all think out there? Would it have been a riot? Yeah, would we have told some shit up? Would we have at least said that this is a super light ass sentence for a murderer? See if there's anything else sickening. Come on, guy. It's Botham Jean. Cynthia Johnson, his girlfriend, his black girlfriend. Facebook group. Me having a little fun. It's like I don't care what anyone says. I mean, she should have got more time than that. She really should have, but it is what it is. Once again, that's how the law works in this land. And my suggestion to all of you is that if you don't like the way things are, change it. Don't just sit at home and complain. Change it. Do what you can locally. If you don't, stuff like this is going to continue to happen. You know, sit up there and complain, and for people, you actually can complain because people are like, oh, people say, man, you can't complain. You can complain, but you have to face the consequences of how that complaining is perceived. My suggestion is we do something about it. We vote these people out. Or you can actually go through the trouble of actually building a community, fortifying, reinstituting the village. It takes a village mentality, looking out for each other, supporting each other, going out our way to support each other's businesses. Because this society really has it in for you. It's going to be up to you how much they have it in for you. Because I don't care what, like, to me, honestly, my opinion, and everybody has one, Amber Guyger should have got life for this. And I mean, I don't know why she got only 10 years. Did her doing the white girl work? Apparently it did. Shoot, I'm getting tired. I mean, shoot, I gotta stop doing broadcasts so late. I hit a snafu of technical difficulties for the first broadcast, but I don't need to continue to repeat it, or anything. So let me check things out real quick. Let me check the chat out. So, people, if anyone's in the chat, just make a comment, and I can do some interactivity with you guys. But if not, then I'll go ahead and end this broadcast. Um, this this right here will probably, unless something spectacular happens, or for some reason they overturn the conviction, uh, I will probably not be revisiting this, because it's is in the as of right now, it's in the history books. It's there's no more need to cover this. Like I said, unless something out the blue happens, like the conviction is overturned, she walks free, and then streets being set on fire, something like that. But the final fact is, Botham John is dead. Amber Guyger has been found guilty of murder in the first degree with the one of the no, not one of this is the lightest sentence I ever seen a murderer receive. I mean, this ain't manslaughter we talking about. We talking about murder. So I mean, I don't know if deep down she consider herself lucky or what. I mean, she got to spend 5 years in prison at least. I feel like she probably get out in less than that. This system doesn't surprise me. So let me go ahead and visit this chat, see what's happening with you guys. Gosh, oh, I got 5 comments. Shit. I guess I'm getting a little better. All right. Thank you, Key Alexandra. Great show. Roger Report. God Word Save 7. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and let me see, I kept that banner up there all that time. But if you have been watching, you understand why that banner is up there. Yeah, so if nobody has anything to say, shoot, I guess I'll go ahead and sign out. Thanks for watching this program once again. Uh, and if anyone is watching hasn't subscribed, please go below the screen, press that button, and do so. And I will see you guys again. In Kev We Trust. Goodbye.